Hey guys, it's Ambivert. Welcome back to another Lightroom workflow edit. Today, I'm editing photos I took in the garden. Now, as some of you might know, this is how my journey started 5-6 years ago. My first camera was an Olympus E500. And I began just by taking pictures in the garden of anything I could find. Flowers, leaves, droplets on leaves, grass, just anything, bees, birds. I just started in the garden. The Olympus E500 is around maybe 20-30 US dollars. It's very inexpensive, it's a DSLR, it's something to get you started. If you're thinking about getting into photography, find the least expensive DSLR you can find. Look at the Nikon D50. It came out in 2005, I think. It's about 6 megapixel, but it's something. You'll get familiar with the buttons and how DSLR works. I'm sure you can find one for a good price. They're usually around 50 US dollars or less, and that will get you started. From there on, just take pictures of anything and everything you can find to discover your niche. Is it people? Is it weddings? Is it cars? Is it nature? It doesn't matter, but play around with everything. From there on, you will discover what you need, what camera you need specifically, what lens you need. If it is nature, you love taking close-ups of flowers, then you need a macro lens. And you can go and specifically buy a lens just for that. And you can take the best macro pictures of flowers, of droplets, of insects, of ants, anything your heart desires. If you enjoy photographing people, I'd recommend getting the Nifty 50, which is the 50mm f1.8 or the 35mm f1.8. The reason for this is you will get the beautiful blur behind your subject. Personally, I love using the 35mm f1.8. I use it for almost everything because I enjoy the low aperture. I can set it to f1.8 if I want to. I don't do that all the time because it's very difficult to get something in focus. I usually put it around 2.5, maybe 2.8. Then I can get blurry shots just as this. The focus is on the flower, but everything behind it is beautifully blurred. If you haven't noticed yet, I enjoy using a strong vignette to emphasize the subject in the middle of my frame. Another reason I enjoy using a vignette or a dark gradient from the bottom up or top down, doesn't matter, depends on the image. It can help make the image pop out a little bit more. It can help make it a little bit more 3D. It helps to add depth. Take the image I'm editing right now, for example. I'm going to add a gradient from the top to bottom and bottom up. Coming back to taking pictures in the garden and beginning photography. Take pictures of anything and everything you can find. The simplest thing is to start in the garden. Start in a nearby park. Just take photos. Just take the photo. Hit that shutter button. Just get used to it. With time, you'll discover what you want and what you like. For example, in this picture I'm editing right now, I've always enjoyed a strong blurb because it helps emphasize the subject. That has become my niche. That has become what I love and everything I photograph. That's what I enjoy. Now you must just find what you enjoy and what you enjoy photographing. If you enjoy taking pictures of landscapes, then you don't necessarily want something with a low aperture like f1.8. Most of the time you're going to use a high aperture with something f10 and above for that matter, because you want to capture as much detail as possible and as much range as possible in your landscape pictures. And that's it for this workflow edit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.